Good morning and namaste. Welcome to the Rave Show from beautiful Virginia, where we talk everything and anything about Indians in the USA. My name is Jiju Nair, and this is my lovely co-host,
Soumya.
All right.
Namaste dosto, and welcome to our Masaledar show, where I get to jump all over Jiju.
I'm waiting to be jumped upon.
Well, it is freezing, 30 degrees Fahrenheit here.
Indeed, it is.
In Northern Virginia. Yep. And I had to actually bundle up just to walk from the car to the studio this morning. It's cold.
It is tough.
But you know, on days like these, I think about the warm, balmy temperatures.
Absolutely.
Weather in South India, which is where I am from.
Absolutely.
And that really helps.
Balmy and palmy, palmy and balmy.
Yes,
sunny,
yes, however you call it. The thought is just so hot. I would say that.
Thought is hot. I like that.
What's on your mind?
My mind is the same. My thought is also hot and warm. Hawaii is one area, but I would still like to go back to Kerala. I'm from South India too, by the way. Right? Yes. I like that. I like the balmy, palmy beaches. I like to enjoy that. But now, the thing that is happening right now is I got to wear all these things, right? Gloves, jackets. Like I said, I cannot just walk out in my shorts and t-shirt. I cannot go out to my jog, right? I cannot do that. But again, on top of it, the other issue that is kind of complicating this whole thing, the winter plus the pandemic, what they call as Omicron, something or Omicron, right? Is that?
It's Omicron. It's all over the news.
But see, Omicron is sounding better. You know why? It rhymes with Amir Khan. You know why? This is strange. I'll tell you why. I was watching a TV, Indian TV, obviously. I watch Indian TV. And I saw somebody saying, hey, we got to get vaccinated. In Hindi, they say, right? We got to get vaccinated twice, thrice, booster. Why? Amir Khan is coming, right?
So, well, it's a good way to remember, but I don't see Amir Khan much these days. But Omicron is everywhere.
So Omicron is also kind of reminds me of a Marvel comic book villain.
This guy is really into these DC, superhero, villain, all of that stuff. But hey, I don't want to go in there. I want to know that you're a lucky guy that you actually managed.
I'm with you, so I'm lucky.
To go to India
just
before all this Omicron was discovered and managed to come back. That's usually the problem. So
I was lucky.
Tell me about your trip. How was it?
I was lucky before Amir Khan appeared in India, right? I was able to go. So the trip was always good. All of our audiences know about this, right? The trip to India is the best because of the anticipation of reaching in India. But the problem is 16 hours of travel plus 4 hours of travel. It's kind of like very difficult for me nowadays, right?
Flight,
and especially if you're flying economy. I don't like flying economy.
Have the mask on.
Have the mask on. This is the problem, right? I have to wear multiple layers of mask and then take the mask off when you eat your worst food that airline can give you. You know that. Airline food is not that great. But the good point about having mask is that it helps you from getting infected. Obviously, we know that. But at the same time, if you're sitting close to people who have not taken a bath for the last 3 months, right? It kind of helps me not getting their order. Some people don't wear deodorant.
And others not get yours.
Exactly. So anyway, so that was good. I'm an advocate for masks just because of the fact that it helps me protect against orders from other people, right?
Absolutely.
Anyway, we landed safely. It was not Air India, by the way. I'm hearing Air India has been taken over by a good company now, Tata.
Yeah.
But I will probably travel in that. But I flew in Air Qatar. Landed. Don't you want to hear what happened when I landed?
Of course.
Nothing happened.
I want to hear all about your trip.
Nothing happened, right? It was good. Everybody was wearing masks, though. That's all. Then I walked out to the airport. And the only thing, many people asked me, many of the our community members asked me, what is it there? I mean, when you walk out, are they stopping you, asking you to take vaccination, stuff like No, nothing like that. At that point, I just had to show my vaccination certificate from USA, which I have. I have a booster dose too.
Did you show it on your phone?
Show it on my phone, right?
Okay.
So when I'm walking out, I showed it in my phone. And what happened? They said, oh, go ahead. That's it. Good to go. Now, this is the funny thing. They're not even looking at that snapshot of that vaccination. So even if I had shown, or RT-PCR, I'm sorry, it's not vaccination, RT-PCR evidence, right? even if I had shown my SSLC mark list
On your phone.
on my phone, I mean, if it had showed negative in there, right? Because my marks were kind of like negative. Even in my pre-degree certificate, that could be negative, right? Whatever. Even in my degree, it would be like that. They would have said, "Go ahead." So it's kind of like a sham. They're probably not looking at that. But I walked out and went to where I go. That's my home, right? Met my mother. Again, going back to the mother theme, right? Had a very good time, had her food, and then took some time. I said, "Mother, I'll be back," or I call her Amma. I'll be back in a few days. And then I went out and visited some other places.
Okay, tell me more about your trip. Did you go around much?
I'm sure that my audience, right, would like to hear something about it.
I do too.
You do? Okay. So, went from Kerala, like Trivandrum, by the way. I'm a Trivandrumite. Trivandrum to Goa. So one palmy place to another balmy place, right?
Yes.
Any Goans,
these thoughts are
hi.
just awesome on a day like this.
Any Goan audience, say hi in our comments, right? So went to Goa, beautiful beaches. Oh, loved it. Loved the sun, loved the beaches. And I will tell you more about Goa. But Goa is where I want to be when I retire from USA. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I would like to go to Goa.
Retirement plans.
Then, from Goa, I had the opportunity to go back to a place I had worked many, many years back. Bangalore.
Wow, welcome. That's awesome.
Welcome. Why do you say welcome? Are you
Karnataka is where I'm from.
Oh, okay, I got it. So I don't know why.
So Bangalore just brings back a lot of memories.
So you're kind of like an ambassador of Karnataka, right? So whenever people say, "Hey, I'm gone to Bangalore or some other place," you would say welcome, right?
My face would just brighten up.
Yeah. Are you being paid by the Karnataka government to do this, or you just say like that?
I'm just proud to be a Karnatakan, I guess.
Beautiful. I mean, I'm not saying beautiful. So. Good streets. Remember the old Brigade Road and all?
Oh, yeah.
Electronic dance music and beer.
Yes, that's right.
Not just beer, draft beer.
Uh-huh.
So I tried to relive.
Service.
I tried to relive those experiences when I was in 1994 when I was working in IT. Went to Brigade Road, had some grooving to the EDM, electronic dance music.
I would love to watch that.
Okay, that's going to show up. Our executive producer will put it on, right, soon. So had dances means I danced, right? Nothing like that. Don't think anything else. And had draft beer, wonderful draft beer. That flavor of that draft beer, right?
How's the
lager? But the problem problem that hit me with Bangalore. Bangalore is good. Traffic.
Yes.
Consider this: if you want to travel 1 meter, you got to take 5 hours. So if you want to travel 2 meters, 10 hours.
Imagine this. Exaggerates a lot.
It's not exaggerating.
I believe the traffic, but that's an exaggeration.
Imagine this. If your Chachaji, Mamaji, is living like 2 kilometers from you, right? And then you have to visit him. Early in the morning, you wake up and you say, "Hello, Mamaji, I'm coming over," right? And you will actually reach that place in the evening. So you need to pack your food, lunch, dinner. "Hello, Mamaji, I'm back here." So it is the worst traffic, and I know why. Because we wanted to go to another beautiful place in Karnataka called Mysore.
Oh my goodness, Mysore! You're just making my day today.
Absolutely.
With all these stories.
Beautiful
from
place.
Warm, fun, loving places.
Mysore is good. Are you from Mysore?
I am from Mysore, actually.
So as ambassador of Karnataka, let me tell you, Mysore was beautiful. But the problem is, it took 5 hours to reach Mysore, and back from Mysore to Bangalore again 5 hours, like 10 hours of travel in just in.
That's like 66 out here. There's always some construction.
Potholes, all that kind of stuff. But the beauty of the Mysore was I was able to visit Mysore Palace under the special invitation from the king or the emperor, whatever you call, right? He actually invited me. Can you imagine?
I think that's an exaggeration but I let him go.
Right.
It's okay.
So beautiful, right? It was so beautiful. We went there. The pillars were, amazing pillars, right?
Yes.
And paintings, murals,
very exquisite.
Outside and inside. I was not able to see, and you could see probably in our screen, beautiful Mysore Palace, right?
And illumination too.
It's beautiful, right there. That the illumination you can see. I was not able to see the nighttime because of the traffic. I want to get out before that. But inside was so beautiful.
Mysore's not so bad.
Again, I know you're from Mysore, and you would love this. The guide who showed us inside of the palace, he said, "Sirs," we were finally called sirs because they thought that we are from America. Anyway, America. So they took us to the Mysore streets, like typical Indian streets. We went through it, we enjoyed it, had some food, like street food and stuff like that. And then he took us to a place which I never thought why he would do that. Why would he do that? He took us to a place, it's a shop basically. We walked in, and what do you see? Sarees all over. Sarees all over. And at the top it was written KSIC, Karnataka State, Karnataka Silk Industrial Corporation, something like that,
yes.
right? Something to do with silk. And tons of sarees out there, tons of sarees, right?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
There's only one thing that they sell there.
What is
know
that?
It's the Mysore silk saree.
Absolutely. You could
absolute gorgeous.
Absolute.
Timeless.
It's a great
collection.
Great, I think, great deduction capabilities right there for you. Mysore silk saree. Audience, you should see this. I mean, I probably know that you might know about this, Mysore silk, but I'm not a saree fan, as you know, right? But when I took the saree in my hand, right, it was like flowing like anything. It's like flowing like water or something. Lightweight.
Yes.
And beautiful. 250, and someone was saying this, I didn't know that. 250 grams of pure silk on the sarees. Can you imagine? Blue, white men.
Well, it's lightweight, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's 250 grams.
250 grams of silk.
Don't you think you could have picked one for me, did you?
Let me say, okay, good question though. But let me tell you something. You said you're from Mysore, right? Then you're asking me for a Mysore silk saree, right? So let me ask you one thing. I know for sure you probably in your home has your bed sheet, linen, pillow covers, even towels made of Mysore silk.
Exaggeration. That guy is good at exaggerating.
So that's why I was not able to.
Hey, Jiju. A girl can never get enough of sarees. I may have a beautiful blue saree that the audience can obviously see on the pictures, but I do not have one in charcoal gray, which is black, by the way, which is the shirt you're wearing.
Okay.
For men who do not know what charcoal gray is.
So charcoal gray and black, men don't understand the difference. I can ask the audience.
I believe
men
you.
wouldn't know about this. Anyway, what I want to ask you is that gray or you can black, you said, right? So, wow, let me ask you. Is it as smooth and silky like your hair that I can see? Is black, smooth, silky? Is that what it is? Similar?
See, he's buttering me up now.
Is that?
Well, I'm so glad you said that, or made that comment on a day like today where I have beautiful, good hair.
Okay, good. So let me ask you something. For the audience's information, let me ask you, how do you make it so silky and smooth and everything?
Great question, Jiju. Really. I do have an elaborate hair care routine.
Okay.
So I'm glad you asked that question.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, my hair care routine goes back a few generations to my grandma. So if you have a little patience here, I would love to tell the story about my hair care secrets coming from my grandmother.
Yeah, I'm sure the audience would like to hear that.
So, my grandma had beautiful hair, and I still remember I sat down on her lap and looked at her lush, long hair, and I asked her, Grandma, you have really beautiful hair. What's your
going
secret?
on? Yeah, exactly.
The same question you're asking me.
Yeah.
And you know what she said? She said, a good hair care routine starts with good quality coconut oil.
Good quality, okay.
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil.
And massage.
Massage.
The massage is really the key to good hair.
But who will do this massage for you now? Then, obviously, you were living in a different generation.
Yes. Back then, things were different. My grandma had a lady, one of those hefty
person?
ladies, very capable, who would come once a week and apply coconut oil and give her a nice massage on her hair. She would keep it on for a long time and then wash it, and she had the most gorgeous hair I've ever seen.
So how do you do it now? That's what the audience would like to know.
Of course. And it's a good news that oil culture has actually picked up here in the US
oil culture,
too.
okay.
It's
so there's a culture called oil culture. Okay.
That's my term.
All right.
And I was really lucky to find good quality, organic, virgin, coconut oil.
Can it be extra virgin though? Can it be? I'm asking.
It could be, depending on how much you want to pay. I'm sure Whole Foods might stock up extra virgin coconut
extra
oil.
Virgin. I like extra virgin. Coconut oil, obviously. Go ahead.
Yes. So yeah,
That's
it's
it?
very easy
So-
to find good quality oil in local stores here. Walmart even carries it.
Walmart. We are not
And
being paid for it,
No,
but again.
no. And I use that on my hair, massage it myself.
Okay, I got it.
Unfortunately, I don't have any hefty ladies massaging
Absolutely.
me.
Okay.
And leave it
shop.
on for a few hours. You know the best part about it? Nobody wants to come near me when I have oil on.
Okay.
And
It's a repellent.
quiet me time.
It's like a Saumya repellent thing, right? So the audience is there is a good kind of tips out there.
Yes.
If you want to have a smooth, silky, dark hair, plus a people repellent, have coconut oil. Sit on it for like 2 hours. Nobody will come near you.
3 hours
That's
is fine too.
3 hours if you want to do it, and then that's it.
And then wash it off with Vatica shampoo.
Vatica
it's
shampoo.
an Indian brand,
Okay.
and I would highly recommend it. You can see it on the screen.
Grocery shops you can find, obviously.
Yes, Indian stores.
Okay.
It does a great job getting that oil out, because once the oil thing is done, I don't want oil in my hair. I want
Absolutely.
people. I want
You want people? Okay, people like me. All right, so we got it. Oil, massage. Okay, of course, the people repellent part is there, and then Vatica shampoo, right? So
Exactly.
that will take care of your problems with hair and give you smooth, silky black hair. That's what I'm
Absolutely.
hearing. So that's pretty good, right?
But hey, Jijo, I couldn't help but notice when you turned your head that way. You
Oh,
have long hair
This
tied
one?
up in a man bun.
man
as
bun or,
what they would call
or
it these
ponytail,
days.
whatever they want to call it, right?
Let me guess
Okay.
your secret.
Uh-huh.
You know, with all your stories from India, I think I
Okay.
have a hint. Maybe it's the
It's the-
fish oil from Kerala.
It could be.
fresh
I'm not
fish
revealing it.
oil.
I'm not revealing it. Before that, our producer Vigilbose has said that we are lucky to have one phone call from our audiences. How
That's
lucky
great.
are we?
Yeah.
Because this is our first show. Again, I want to say this is the first show, but we are lucky to have one call.
Call and audience engagement is really important.
Audience
Keep those
engagement.
comments, keep those engagements
Right.
happening.
Now the call-in number. This is the call-in number. That's right there on the screen. That is like 571-252-9384. So we'll give some time. Call. You're showing them. Okay. Call. But let's give some time for people to call. But
Sure.
anyways, the point is fish.
Yes.
Right. So
That's where we left off.
yeah. So I went to Goa. I want to talk to you about that. Right. I saw the beaches, but at the same time, I enjoyed fish fries. Right. Fish fry is made in a different way in Goa. Can you imagine that? They make it with rava. You know the rava powder?
Yes.
Coat
yes.
the fish fillet and then fry the fish.
That's how Konkani cuisine
Is that
also.
how Konkanis cook?
Yes, with rava.
But I'm familiar with Kerala, right? Because I was in Kerala in houseboats and things like that. Right? So
nice. All the touristy stuff.
exactly. So that time we had the cook in the houseboat. Cook great Kerala food. Again, Kerala fish fry. Now,
And you were in Goa too earlier, right? So how is it different? Goa and Kerala.
Kerala fish fry, I never had experienced this rava thing, right? So how I got to know was that in Goa there's one restaurant called the Kuttukar restaurant.
Kuttukar.
Kuttukar restaurant. So if audience could visit or get an opportunity through this Amir Khan episode to visit, right? So, I think we're getting a phone call. All right.
Let's take it, Vigil.
Let's see what we are getting. Okay, we have the first caller for our first episode ever, right? Who's this caller?
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Smita.
Hi,
Hi, Smita.
Hi, Smita.
Welcome to the show.
We are lucky to
Thank
have
you.
you. First caller
Thank you.
ever.
Yeah, thank you.
What's going on?
I know. I just was listening to your show,
Okay.
and then I heard you talking about fish curry
Yeah.
and raving about Goan fish curry.
Yes, my mouth is watering.
yeah, we are.
Then you have to come and have the Kerala fish, the Kottayam fish curry.
Yes. Oh,
Kottayam, isn't that a place in Kerala?
Yes.
yeah. It's a place in Kerala because I'm from Kerala. I know that.
Yes.
He was
But
talking
some-
about
go
fish
ahead.
curry, but then Goan cooking and Kerala cooking are almost similar
Okay.
in the sense they use kokum.
Kokum, we Konkanis use it too.
Right. So
Kokum is
do you
quite
agree the point
common.
that what I said is right, isn't it? The Goan, I don't know whether you have enjoyed Goan, but isn't it
I
Goan is?
I haven't. I
You
have
haven't.
had it too, but I think nothing beats the Kottayam fish curry.
Looks like she has an
It's
opinion.
I would say it's a debatable topic, Smita, because where are you calling from?
From Maryland.
Okay, so I think Maryland people may have a some kind of bias towards Kerala. So I'm from Kerala
No,
too.
you have to come and you have to taste it.
I have tasted it. I'm from Kerala.
And Smita, if you haven't tried the Konkani fish curry,
Right, there you go.
that is amazing too. And kokum is used in Konkani fish curry as
Correct.
well. So,
So-
I would argue that Konkani fish
So I have lots of friends like Smita. Your point taken though. I mean, I'm from Kerala, so I cannot say no to what you said. But again, my Bengali friends out there, right? I have personally, they invited me personally, and they had given me the Bengali fish
with
curry
mustard
also.
oil?
It's like mustard oil.
Yeah.
They fry it and then they cook. That is wonderful, right? Kind of like fish molly, Smita, that you have seen in Kerala. But anyway, your point is well taken, and you don't have a bias. I know that why you're saying Kerala fish curry is good. But anyway, we'll settle this out off court. Let us meet
in a public place.
In a public place.
Konkani,
Yes.
Kerala, Goan, and maybe Bengali too.
Right. Let's meet outside and settle this. Thank you for calling. Hey, keep on watching our show. Thank you.
Thank you, Smita.
You're welcome.
Wow, this is good. We got a first call, and I thought it's going to be like very easy, right?
Yes.
So, but anyway, I mean, she was the good point though she made, right?
Definitely. Well, I think all this food talk is just making me hungry. So I think we got to change
Lunchtime.
the topic. Change the topic.
Okay.
I think what I want to know is, did you watch any good movies? Let's talk about movies, just to distract.
So, before going to the movie, our producer has said that we got this call, right? So again, we just want to remind our viewers that today is the Vigilbose's mother's 77th memorial, right? Like birth memorial. It's kind of like a birthday, but we all have our mothers, right? So it's a
Definitely. Mothers to grandmothers, which
Absolutely.
is why we are here today.
right. But you were asking something. What do you ask?
I was asking about movies in India.
Movies.
Did you watch any? interesting
Absolutely,
ones?
lots of movies.
I think that's a slippery
Again,
slope for him.
Airline gives you free movies.
Yeah.
I watch all the new movies there. So every year I travel in airlines because I don't want to. I can watch all the new movies, so I don't have to pay Amazon that $5.99, $4.99. So just travel and you get to watch new movies. But the movie I'm going to talk about is not about Suryavamshi or Chandigarh Kare Ashiki. Not like those movies. It's called Minnal Murali.
Minnal
means
Murali, okay.
lightning Murali. It's a Malayalam movie, by the way. No surprises. It talks about a dhoti-clad superhero. Munda, dhoti-clad superhero, right? And he comes from, why is it important? Is because he comes from a gaon or village, right? Where
Common man.
Common man, everybody's wearing dhoti and they're not, they show it as like from a 90s show, right? And all of a sudden, this guy is hit by a lightning and he turns into a superhero. That you can see up on the screen right there. That's right. And good thing about this is the beautiful movie because there's a super villain also, right? The super villain is like the Marvel hero super villain, right? So
Okay, he is. Well, I'm sure you must have guessed it. His love for superheroes, supervillains, all that comes.
But watch Minnal Murali though. Watch Minnal Murali.
Definitely,
Netflix.
I'm catching that movie for sure. Minnal
Netflix.
Murali, Lightning Murali.
Lightning Murali.
Looks like a great movie to catch up.
Yeah.
But I want to ask our audience here of a movie that also is pretty recent. It's
Okay.
actually a pretty big blockbuster movie that's going on right now.
What is that movie?
And Vijay, if you can bring that movie to the screen to show the audience, this is the picture of our month.
Oh, this everybody knows. this one.
There we go. That's another
No.
hint. But the question to you, audience, is
Without the smile.
name the movie, the hero, which of course you can see on the screen, and the heroine, which is actually the harder one to guess. Because the hero, I heard that even the Bangladeshi team talks about.
Bangladeshi. So you know what this means?
Quite popular.
You know what this means? This means I love you in Telugu.
Oh, okay. That's a sweet addition. Great. So please send us your comments on the name of the movie, the hero and the heroine,
Comments.
and we'll reveal the name
Facebook.
and the first person from the audience, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, at the end of the show. But
Absolutely.
first, we have a
Okay.
special guest, a
Special
special live
guest,
guest.
okay. Who
we
will
want to
that be?
bring. So today our special guest is a physician oncologist, and she's right here in the Washington
Right
DC
here?
area.
Oh, you mean
In the area.
in the area? Okay.
So she's local to the area. So
Local.
welcome, doctor. Welcome to the Rave Show.
Welcome, doctor.
Hi, Saumya. Hi, Juju. Happy to
Hello.
be
Hi.
here on the show.
Hi. Welcome to the show. And how are you doing this cold morning? And how's the New Year been so far?
Yeah, I must agree. It's really cold this morning. And
It is cold.
2022, we all started with, I think, on a very optimistic note. And I was
Yes.
hoping things would return to normal. And then,
Yes.
as I've been watching this show as well. And you
Did you
guys
like it?
mentioned Omicron to a wrench in the whole.
Omicron.
So
Yeah,
let me
that's
ask you. This actually segues,
Omicron, yeah,
doctor.
that's the way
Sorry to ask this. Not sorry to ask this question, but I want clarification. Omicron. That's what I thought. It's called Amir Khan. Isn't that what it is? Come on.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
It is right, isn't it?
You could call it that way also. It's a tongue twister. It's a tongue
Okay.
twister.
So what is the right way of saying this?
It's Omicron, just
Omicron,
like
see?
mentioned.
I lose 1 point right there.
But
Okay.
Amir Khan is a good way to remember it.
All right. So what's going on otherwise?
Yeah, so you were
That's
talking
true,
about the
yeah.
New
So
Year.
I'm hoping that the rest of 2022, I'm hoping will be more closer to normal, like we expected, with warmer months and less of the Omicron drama.
Yes.
Drama.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
I'm
The
hopeful.
masks and the vaccinations and things like that, right? So let me ask you one thing. Can I ask one thing? Can I ask you,
always
doctor, one
have a
thing?
question.
So we are always, audiences are also very interested to know this, right? This is an important question that I want to ask. Can alcohol be a remedy for Omicron? Omicron? Can this be a good remedy for it? I want to hear the answer yes.
Is that your question, or
That's
is that
my
your
question,
wish?
yes.
I mean, Juju, I think we all. Yeah. So
It is.
The question is quite
Thank you.
interesting. Although I think
See?
we have used alcohol historically for
Wow,
many of
I
the
like this.
diseases. It has no role in the treatment of
No
COVID.
role?
So I'm
Oh.
sorry to disappoint you, Juju.
No, he's
Hopefully
not
you can find
disappointed.
another
He'll-
excuse.
He'll find another excuse. You're absolutely right. We know Jiju's.
I had to ask because many audience member would like to hear this, right? So
I'm glad you asked.
yes,
Well,
Yeah, I'm
you were
glad
talking.
you asked. Or you should remove all doubts.
That's true. Well, you were telling earlier about how you wish that things come back to normalcy. Any specific tips or guidance you have that we can all do to help get things back into normal?
yeah.
I don't have any specific tips out here, and I think we all should follow common sense practices depending on the transmission in the community. Where the mass gets boosted. Practice
boosted.
social distancing when the rates are high, and then once warmer weather comes, we can let go of the mask and be outside and continue our lives. So that would be
Let me
just
ask
the
you.
right
This is a
thing to
good.
do.
This good segue. I want to ask you. Masks, vaccination, all that kind of stuff. Indians are very competitive in nature, right? Whenever I go to community, people ask me a lot of things. Like let's say parties, right? Your house mortgage rates, insurance rates, what kind of car do you drive, what kind of houses, things like that. Similar for my vaccination too, right? They say, what kind of vaccination did you have, right? It's like Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson. And I'm afraid to answer that because some of the smart people over there, they say, oh, you got Moderna, but Johnson & Johnson is better because it's one-shot wonder. So all that kind of stuff, right? Nowadays, so I don't answer that question. I just listen to everybody saying. So whatever is the majority, I will say, I also got that, right? It doesn't matter. They don't know. So since you're here, let me ask you, does it make any difference? Like all the 2 doses and the booster, does it make any difference this specific type of vaccination is better?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Jiju, about, vaccinations being like a status symbol about which vaccine.
She's familiar
the
with
good
it
thing
too.
is that all of the vaccines are equally effective about, curing or preventing serious disease. And that's what we want, right? We want to
Okay.
avoid hospitalizations. We want to avoid death from the disease, and
I
they
got
are
it.
equally effective at that, and that has been proven in so many trials. So,
So Dr. Fauci is
regardless
right.
of which vaccine you have gotten, I'm sure
Okay.
you can be confident in that. So I
I got
wouldn't,
it.
sort of hesitate to say which vaccine you got, because they're all equally good at preventing serious disease.
That's
That's
great. That's great. I think, Doctor, you seem really happy and positive.
Relaxed.
That's wonderful. Any tips or anything that you can give us on how do you stay optimistic and positive in this pandemic? Anything
So-
that you have done?
At that point, I think the connection got lost.
Oh.
So I'm sure that Dr. Abhilasha Nair is optimistic, right?
Yes.
But I mean, the connection was not that optimistic about it. So we kind of lost connection with the Dr. Abhilasha Nair. But good tips though. I like
Yes.
it, right? The alcohol can be used. That's what she said, right?
That's right.
Alcohol can be used for no. Yes, okay.
He's testing my attention.
And
No, alcohol.
okay, I think she's back. She's back.
She's
Look at
back.
that. Okay.
Did you welcome back, Doctor? I think Gigi was just joking that the phone connection wasn't as optimistic as you have been through this pandemic. You seem really happy and positive. So tell us more about how do you stay positive and optimistic in the wake of this pandemic?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been stressful for all of us, Soumya, as you rightly pointed out. I think this is a good time for us to look into ourselves and
Okay.
do the things that make us happy. One of the things that has really helped me is Bollywood Zumba.
Bollywood.
Zumba.
I like to call it. It's the right mix. Yeah, right mix of, I think, exercise and I
Okay.
love songs. And
What about songs though?
it keeps us
Bollywood
healthy.
songs?
So that's something that has really helped me.
Do you like Bollywood songs too?
Oh, a lot of Bollywood Zumba songs. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I like Dilbar. I like
Hey,
Goo
okay.
Goo. I mean,
Dilbar.
this kind
Oh,
of music I
it reminds me of one song. There was a song. I don't know if it made to the Zumba circuit or not. It's a good song. It's like Soja Raja Kumari. Is that a good song that we can have for Zumba? No. Yes.
I
It is.
doubt it.
For Shavasana Zumba, maybe.
maybe.
Hey, I mean, I think
Yeah,
we had we got a circuit cut off. I mean, connection cut off. But still, Dr. Abhilash Nair, thank you for joining our call. Our format dictates that we reduce. We don't have much time, by the way, but we will have more time in our coming up episodes. But thank you for joining us. Understood how stressful your situation is as a doctor. But thank you for all the advice, right, that was given to us. Appreciate it, and thank you for showing your support for
Yeah, happy to
Bollywood
be here.
musicians.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Doctor. Great to have you on the show, and stay positive, stay optimistic, and
Listen
Zumba more.
more music, right? That's the cure. Thank you. That was
Yeah.
nice. I like
Thank
it.
you
Yeah,
guys
that
for
was
having
a
me.
good
Thank you so much.
It's very
change
positive. Yeah,
for me.
positive. Absolutely, it's energetic.
Yes, and well, just before we went, we brought in Dr. Abhilasha.
Okay.
We had asked the audience a question about name the movie, the hero, and the heroine.
Oh,
so
there's
you
up
see
again.
the picture up again
Again.
on the screen.
I gave the clue.
So let's see how many of the audience, if anybody has responded to the question we asked.
Clue was this.
Oh, great. I see a lot of really cool responses coming
do?
in. Well, I think the first person that I see who got this correct
Okay. everyone did this.
who got all three of them correct, was Manjusha Girish.
Nice. Thank you, Manjusha.
Aarti Krishnan was also quite close. She
What is
named so the name of the movie is Pushpa. I
Okay,
think
everybody
that's
knows by this time.
very popular.
Okay.
Allu Arjun is
Okay.
the hero.
Okay.
And the heroine is Rashmika Mandanna, who, by the way, comes from Karnataka,
From Karnataka.
Coorg.
But let me tell you one thing. You all know about these two. But do you know who the real star is? She's the
Who is
person she got 5 crores in Indian money though in 5 minutes. She is the real star.
Kaun banega karodpati? 5 karodpati.
5 crorepati. Samantha Ruth Prabhu.
Samantha, oh yeah, that song, the
Yes.
famous song, the Ooh,
Antava, right?
yeah.
So that I consider her to be the star of that movie.
Of course,
Allu Arjun
5
is good,
crores for
but
5
Samantha,
minutes.
I can ask any of the men in the audience, and they will say, "Hey, I remember Samantha. Who's Allu Arjun?" That's what they will say.
And it's a catchy song.
Absolutely.
It makes me dance.
Yeah, there
every
you
time I
go.
hear
So,
it.
but thank you for sending your comments in. But if you have anything else to say about the show or any topics that we want to cover, just use that forum. This is a great forum to
Absolutely. And
use.
thanks again. This is wonderful to see audience engaged. And on that, well, Valentine's Day is coming up.
I see.
It's
Valentine's
2 weeks
Day
from now,
I
and
see.
would love to hear your plans for Valentine's. Would love to read them out. If you
Yes.
have any exciting plans.
Look at the heart jumping up there, right? It's jumping like thadkan, dum, dum,
It's
like that.
ooh, anta, it's probably
Oh,
dancing.
So what is that about? What day is it? Valentine's Day usually comes on February 12th.
14th.
14th
Is Valentine's
I should
Day.
remember
So
that.
tell us what your plans are. But
What plans are you talking about? Are you asking for them to send us plans for their Valentine's Day? Usually, what do? I walk into Walmart, buy a set of bouquet, and buy Chinese food.
that's
Is that
you know,
good?
any effort you
Okay.
put to
All
make
right.
the day
So-
special, even if it's at home, dinner with your family, dinner with your loved ones,
Or something that is out
that's
of the
special.
box.
Out of the box. It doesn't have to be 5 crores.
No, 5 crores dance, we are not looking for that.
But yeah, tell us more. And what about you? So that's your plan?
So no, I
Get
mean,
flowers and Chinese
we
food?
heard Abhilash on there talking about some Bollywood music. So I mean, did you have any experiences when you were? When you were in the Valentine's Day?
Did I hear
college?
music and Bollywood? That's my go-to place.
Okay.
The 90s Bollywood
90s
songs.
What is that? What about 90s? What do you like about 90s?
It's just something about, I think it's probably because I was in college, and if you think about movies like Ashiki or
Maine Pyar Kiya.
Maine Pyar Kiya, Hum Aapke Hain Kaun.
Okay, what the songs were good?
Very romantic songs,
Okay.
and Ashiki in particular.
Oh, this one. मैं दुनिया बुला दूंगा तेरी चाहत में
Wonderful.
दुश्मन जमाना मुझे ना भुलाना मिटा दूंगा तेरी चाहत में. Is that
Beautiful.
has anyone sang that kind of songs to you?
Of course,
Right.
of course. And
Okay.
to me, Anu Agarwal and Rahul Roy
Anu
who
Agarwal.
debuted in that movie.
To me, Anu
Yes.
Agarwal was the best actress. She had such a charm.
I heard she's become a yogini these days.
Okay, even better, more attractive.
After Khalnaika, she's yogini.
Okay.
So, well, that to me is reminiscence of
Valentine's Day?
the
Okay.
90s Bollywood
So,
songs.
do you think anyone would have responded about
Yeah,
the
let's take a
Valentine
look.
plans?
Let's take a look. Any
Valentine's plan.
Valentine's plans?
So, I know if you want any ideas, I have a list of Chinese restaurants that I can give it to you. Right, wherever you are in USA, I can find it for you. They will deliver immediately.
That's right.
Right.
Well, somebody here is
Okay.
asking, did you get your guitar out?
Oh yeah, no. So by the way,
And
I got a text. Right. Okay. This text is saying this. Look at this. Look at this response. I loved it. What he's saying, I think it's him. Nice guy. I like this out of the box idea. He wants to take his wife, not girlfriend, for a dinner in the snow. I'm sure that he is in the northeastern state, right?
Yeah.
So he wants to cook something and then take her to a Valentine's nice dinner in the snow.
In the snow.
I like that.
think he's
Isn't that good?
Inspired by Yash Chopra and
In the dance.
I have a suggestion for this person.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for sharing, by the way.
But isn't that romantic?
Have your girl wear a beautiful red.
Isn't that
sari.
romantic?
Of course.
I like
it's
this romantic, and it doesn't cost much money.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Even if you don't have a home, you can
Simple
still
pleasures.
do it. Right.
Simple pleasures.
I love this kind of audiences because they directly texted me. So did you see anything from?
Yeah, I'm looking. I think there are some really good ideas here that have come on the live chat. I see one from Florida, warm
Florida.
place.
Okay, I like that
warm,
place.
sunny Florida.
Okay.
Who says this is actually a girl? She says that she's been taking motorcycle lessons.
Motorcycle, Harley Davidson.
And she's looking forward to taking her boyfriend
Okay.
on a ride.
Wait a second. She wants to take a boy in a motorcycle For a Valentine's Day, what?
That's what she says here. So she says she wants to take her boyfriend on a ride on her motorcycle and treat him for a lovely dinner.
Lovely. So what has this world come to now? Now the girls are taking men for a ride. What kind of ride is that?
I'm sure you'll enjoy that.
I will enjoy
wouldn't
it.
you?
And I'm sure this guy also would have enjoyed this ride.
Of course.
Right?
Lucky
but
guy.
anyway, I think that's the way we would like to see, right?
Yes.
It's pretty good. I mean, we need to ask who that is. We should take...
It's anonymous.
We should bring her in our next show on our telecast, right?
That sounds like a great idea.
For the special guest.
Yes, certainly.
Sounds good.
Because it's, after all, Rave Show is about Indians in the US.
Yes.
So these kinds of stories is what makes it so much more interesting and exciting.
So Rave Show, as you would have imagined by this time, brings out the human element of all Indians in the USA,
That's
right?
right. That's
so Valentine's Day, Omicron, cold weather, food like fish we talked about, Mysore silk saree. So all these are part of our lives, and obviously your hair too, hair care, right? Vatika shampoo. Don't forget the Vatika shampoo. All these things are our part of our life, right? And remembrance of our dear and near, like our mother, father, grandmothers. Yeah, yes, you talked about grandmothers too. All these things make us who we are, transplanted from India to the United States.
Yes.
But still strong women.
Yes.
All those things are part of you, part of me, part of you, part of all of us. So that's what Rave Show is all about. So we will continue to have similar. We'll continue. It looks like there's a text. I'm sorry. I mean, when I was going on with the Rave Show, thinking that somebody was texting, or is there any text from anyone at this point? So going back to what we are saying, we will continue to bring guests as well as interesting personalities from all over United States, especially Indians from all states in India, and we'll continue to bring the human side of it. With this, enjoy your Valentine's Day as well as the weekend, right? And this message is for everyone in the USA, all the Indians, right? Mm-hmm. And we will meet you definitely next month for another interesting take on the human side of the Indians in the USA, right, Soumya?
Absolutely, absolutely. Looking forward to another masaledar another masaledar show with even more exciting things to talk about.
While parting, I only have one thing to say. If you would like to be part of this show,
yes,
if you want to call in, you want to be a special guest, put your comments there, right there. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, put your comments there, and we will respond back to you for sure. So, till next time, I would say, Namaste.
Namaste, and stay warm, stay safe wherever you are.